Hello, welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel. We are going to review the entire Season 2 of 2019's Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone. Okay, so before we do the short recaps, from my point of view, there was only one episode worth watching that actually also included a twist ending. The other ones are twist ending free. There will be some mild spoilers in these reviews, and just mild. I'm going to whip through them real quick because the show was very much like a straw or a tornado. They sucked. Okay, so here we go. Episode 1. Meet Me in the Middle. Okay, really decent episode until you get to the end. And it actually does have a twist, but it completely breaks the Twilight Zone rule. And how does it break the Twilight Zone rule? Mild spoiler, here it comes. The bad guy wins. You're not supposed to have the bad guy win pretty much ever in TV or movies. The one episode that I can think of in the old one where the bad guy won was when the guy who's pretending to be Moses really is the devil, and he talks the dude into letting him out, and then he reveals himself as the devil. But even though the bad guy won in that one, it still had the moral of, guys, maybe you should trust everybody but this dude that's in jail, because there's probably a reason he's in jail. Okay, so that was the moral of that one. Whereas on this one, there's no good moral. It's trust no one. Trust no one. And so it just leaves you feeling miserable at the end. Next one, Downtime. Oh god, it's just awful. It's this weird video game thing, just bleh. And even though the acting is incredible in all of these episodes, I mean, it's really, there's no bad acting in any of them that I could see. It doesn't mean the stories were any good. Downtime was just like, really? I hope it gets better. Then you go to The Who of You, which they stole from a couple of prior episodes, and it's interesting. But it also breaks the rule of, learning a moral, and that the good guy eventually gets what's good and the bad guy eventually gets what's bad. Yet, no, they don't do that on this show. Okay. Unless they're going to do it in wokenisms. Alright, next up. Ovation. Okay, that one, if you really just want to watch your brain melt behind your eyes, you want to check out Ovation. It has the dumbest characters doing the dumbest things in the dumbest ways, and you're just like, why are you doing that, you stupid, stupid, stupid character? Who wrote this garbage? Don't know, but there it is. The next one. I really liked the next one, and it definitely has a twist ending, and it's actually got a couple. It also has a tag at the end that is completely, see if I can say this word, superfluous. Hope I got that right. In other words, you didn't need the tag. He seriously comes on and tells you what you just watched as if you didn't just watch it. Like, yeah, we know, we just... why are you trying to fill time? Anyways, but I really, really enjoyed that episode. There's some cool stuff. One of my viewers was making the point that's like, it's just Mean Girls. That's all it is in the Twilight Zone. Yep, that's true. But there is a really cool twist ending that I enjoyed. He did not. Alright, next one. 8. It's about an octopus. Enough said. Next one, Human Face. Oh my god. Just when you thought Ovation was mind-numbingly stupid, then you go to Human Face and go, you got a job in Hollywood? You got a story published and turned into an actual hour-long TV show, even though it's only 47 minutes? Oh, wow, were you lucky, because that was the biggest piece of crap I have ever seen that wasn't inside of a commode. And that's a Human Face episode. Next one, A Small Town. Small Town starts so good and then just crashes and burns and goes all... Well, it starts out very woke and just... That's not what killed it. It didn't help, But it just... So much potential that they threw away. The next one, Try. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is in this one. I didn't in the actual singular reviews of the shows. It's a complete ripoff of Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day. They took Groundhog Day, they took the segments, squished them together, did the romantic comedy for the first 20 minutes, and then they turned it all dark, and it's like, yeah, he did that too. He did the toaster in the oven. I mean, let me try that again. He did the toaster in the bathtub. He took the drunk guys and took them onto a railroad tracks and got them killed. It's like, God. And then I never read the reviews before I do mine so that it doesn't get tainted. But I will read them afterwards. And so I was reading the reviews for that one. And it's like, oh, and it was like, oh, and it's because he's a white guy and she's a black girl. It's like, really? We're supposed to turn our brains to that. We're not supposed to just watch two characters. We're supposed to 100% racialize? Yeah, I guess so, racialize. Racialize it? No, that makes you woke. And I'm sorry, I'm going to live in the unwoke. With people who judge people on the content of their character and not the color of their skin. And I will admit I was surprised when I was watching it that you didn't have Jordan Peele writing up. He only wrote one of these that I noticed, which was weird because he wrote a lot of the old ones. Anyways, I was surprised that it didn't get into that. It's like, oh no, they want it to be all subliminal. It's like, it's only subliminal if you're a freaking racist. It really is. If you're not sitting around going, it's because he's white and it's because she's black. Well, I'm sorry, dude. That's racial thinking, as in no. Sorry, I don't play that game. And besides, it was minor tweaks to Groundhog Day with awful music put on top to make it scary. It's like, it's not scary. It's still Groundhog Day. And none of this was new. You stole somebody's homework and turned it in as your own. Just sad. All right. And then the last episode. As you can see, clearly, in this episode, she's showing you the proper thing to do. Put your head in the oven, turn on the gas, full blast, and just let it rip. Because this is what you should do for this season of Twilight Zone. If you want to watch the one good one. And then go, nah, you were wrong. It wasn't that good. Like the other person. Or you go, actually wasn't too terrible. Cool. It's kind of like Mandalorian to Star Wars. It's not that bad. It's not that great, but compared to everything else, it's freaking, same thing with that one. I wouldn't say that because I really do like that episode a lot. Anyway, yeah, it's just, if you have something in your life that you can do besides watch this Twilight Zone, I don't know, like shoving needles in your eyelids or chewing on broken glass, all of those are superior choices than watching season 2 of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone. All of them are superior choices. Maybe you want to stand in hot tar on the street and see if your feet will sink and how far and how bad it burns and how hard it is to move from that point up. Even that's a superior choice to watch in this show. And with that, we say thank you for watching. If you want to see the singular ones where we spend a little bit more time on each one, still no spoilers, then encourage you to do it. Otherwise, we will see you in the future for some other show that should happen to come along that might be of interest and hopefully won't break our hearts like this garbage that we did. We've already had our hearts broken completely by Star Trek Discovery. Oh, it's right up here with this. Just, how did you get that job? How did you get that job? Just give me my money back. What was the other one that was so horrible? Star Trek Discovery. Oh, yeah, Picard. The one episode that was good with Picard was the one with the reuniting of the Next Generation crew, except Geordi, and I made that complaint on that review. There's no business of putting Star Trek Next Generation back without Geordi, especially since they're talking about Data, but what are you going to do? Anyways, I'm going to go put my head in the oven just like she did. I think she's being a very good role model in this, and seems like a wise choice. It's far better than watching the show. Thanks, and we'll see you in the future.